Well, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Portal Masters of all ages. It is Brylander with PortalPowerTV, and we're playing us some Skylanders Ring of Heroes. So, right now, as you can see, we're actually in the middle of a bonus time. There's a special event that's going on. I think I'm about 20 minutes into it. I'm just signing on to the game for the first time, which is why I went ahead and let all those loading screens and stuff like that show to you guys. If for some reason, some weird reason that you're not already playing this game and already familiar with these. So anyhow, but as you can see, this event that recently popped up, we are getting a bonus time event, which we are in the middle of, and there's certain times of day that you can log in on certain dates, and you get certain extra rewards than you would normally. I think today is the 23rd, if I'm not mistaken. So we're getting 50% extra XP in all the adventures, which is really what most of them are, is getting extra XP. Sometimes you just get the advantage of it using one less energy, which to me is no big deal. Just one single less energy per round is not that big of a deal. So anyhow, but it's just one of the extra many ways that Skylanders Ring of Heroes is just mixing it up, keeping it exciting and so forth. And, you know, they're attempting to give back. Pardon me, I'm having to clear my throat repetitively. Anyway, one of the big topics that came up over the last couple days, though, is the use of energy and how hard energy is to not necessarily just acquire, but how expensive it is to use these gems to buy the energy. These energy costs are pretty high, and quite a few YouTubers have been posting, and Twitch streamers have been vocalizing this. I know that the official influencers have been talking to Com2Us directly and sharing our feelings that this was the case, and apparently they've been listening. Now, the issue isn't solved, but they have done something recently that has addressed it, at least to let us know that, hey, they are actually listening. So right here, they're talking about that we have heard you and we have listened. We know many Portal Masters are having trouble adventuring in the Skylands due to lack of energy. We have decided to increase the quantity of energy given out through login rewards. So each day you log in, you were getting previously 50 energy twice a day. So if you were logging in at least twice at 2 different time periods, you would get 50 extra energy just for logging in. Now they've increased that to 100 energy per login for twice a day. I mean, so now instead of getting 100 energy total, you're getting 200 energy. That can disappear in 10 minutes though. So it's not really giving, you know, the true hardcore grinders, the people that are really wanting to play the game, enough energy to keep playing. But it does mention that they're diligently working to bring better game experience. And it makes it sound that they're considering different ways to allow easier acquisition of energy through the fastest update possible. So they're working on it. Now, I think the easiest way for them to do this is to just make the packs cheaper. I mean, if their ultimate goal is to sell packs, and, you know, we go back and we look at like all these different packs that they have for sale. Let's see here. Where are we going to get the to buy the packs? I think it's over here in the shop. There we go. So you look at like the different packs right here of gems. They could either start off by doing one, making these gems significantly cheaper. Personally, the way I feel about these free-to-play games that have the in-app purchases for gems and coins and stuff like that, like most of the mobile games do these days, what they're charging for these gems, I personally feel is way too expensive. You know, I don't know many people that are going to take a free game that they put on their phone and they're going to put literally buy a $100 pack in it. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure there are a few, and they're throwing it out there and saying, hey, if by chance someone has some mental disease and they're addicted to this stuff and can't help themselves, that they'll pay that much money. But I think that's exploiting those people, because anybody who pays $100 for a bunch of gems, personally, I think is probably insane. So anyway, they would, in my opinion, make a lot more money if they made these gems much more affordable. They could probably even make it a little harder to use it, like whatever, but if they were more affordable, like you could do it on, you know, it's got 40 gems for $1. What if that was 300 gems for $1? I can promise you, I would be much more apt to drop $1 to get 300 or 500 gems or 1,000 gems even, you know, for $1. I would probably do that over and over and over. Every couple days, couple times a week, many times a month, you know, and over the course of the next few years, which is what this game is wanting to last, you know, the expectation is this game is going to be around for many, many years to come. I will have spent far more money not realizing it, dollar at a time, dollar at a time, dollar at a time, $2 at a time, $3 at a time, $5 at a time even. I don't know that I'd make any of those packs worth more than $10. You know, that it just doesn't feel like you're spending that much money. You know, but to sit there and say I'm going to spend $100, it's not going to happen. I will never do a $30 pack. I will never do a $50 pack. It's just not going to happen. I don't see myself. You know, I could have bought a console game for $60. Okay, and granted this isn't a console game, but for $60 I can buy a console pack and typically own the whole thing. Except for a lot of these new microtransactions and loot boxes and stuff they're trying to stretch it into, but I'm not going to pay $100 at a pop. So make the packs worth $1, worth $3, you know, $1, $2, $5, maybe 10, and that's your packs right there. And the gems are worth that much, and I'll pay that over and over again. You know, just constantly, because you don't even think about it. It adds up, yes, but you know, at the same time, it's more palatable. You know, you can stomach the idea of spending $1, $5, $10, you know, to play the game. You won't realize that over the course of a year or so that you've spent $50, you know, on the game altogether. And you will have spent a lot more, and they would have made a lot more money for people off of that profit. But they're not. They're going for that gusto, and they're trying to say, oh, well, yeah, let's see who's going to spend $50 on a pack. I would be really curious. And I've actually asked my connection with Com2Us, is there a way to find out how many of these $30 packs, how many of these $50 packs, how many of these $100 packs have they actually sold? You know, even after you know, the first month of business or 6 months in 1 year, I'd be curious to see how much they actually sold versus the 99 centers and stuff like that. But then again, I don't feel that these 99 centers really give you enough to make it worth 99 cents. You know, they have to be a little less stingy with content that costs them nothing. Digital content for them is free. Whether they give you 40 gems or 100 gems, costs them no more money at all. So don't be a stingy. At the same time, in addition to making these gems cheaper, they could also make what you buy with the gems a little cheaper. You know, maybe instead of only getting 180 energy for 120 gems, you get 500 energy, or, you know, 250 at least, or 300, or, you know, 1,000. It just, you know, be a little less stingy with this. I mean, maybe over the course of years you slowly reel that in, but not dramatically. Again, the content that you're wanting people to pay for is free to you. To Com2Us, listen to me. So anyway, this is just kind of my 2 cents. Don't get me wrong. I mean, yes, we've been talking about the energy. That's one of the few complaints that we're hearing, is that the energy is too expensive. You know, that to buy the gems to get the energy is expensive. The amount of energy you get for those gems is too expensive. They've listened a little bit, and they've addressed it and said, we're hearing you, but they have a long way to go, I personally feel. Now, just so that we are clear, this is one of the few and only, one of the few complaints I have about the game. I love this game. I am addicted to this game. I play it every single day for a few hours. Even if I'm setting things, letting the auto 10 battle roll, and I check it every few minutes and so forth, and I'm doing the grinding and so forth, but I do all of my daily tasks. You know, I go in here and just like this, I'm farming, you know, all of these things that come up, I'm not taking advantage of the bonus time right now because I'm talking to you guys. But I probably should. I probably should set this, but then I might want to talk, move around and talk about certain features. But, going to the social thing, I don't even think let's see here. I haven't sent these today, and I haven't claimed all those, and I don't think I've checked into my guild. Actually, I did. I think I checked in late after 2 a.m., which is where, for some reason, server time is midnight in California, and then my time for California time is 2 a.m. here because I'm in Texas. So at 2 a.m. everything resets. So I actually did check in. I did play the invasion then and so forth. And speaking of invasions, my last video was about the invasions, or one of my last videos was about the invasions. I called it Dark Invasion. So if you missed that, go and check that out. I think I did make a request. What was my request? It was for Spyro Soulstones. I've only received, looks like, 1 out of the 4. And I'm waiting for more, because I want more. And you can kind of see some of my Skylanders here. I've got all the way through, I've got 5 of them, it looks like, leveled up to 6-star. And 2 of those are also awakened. So, of course, my Stealth Elf is maxed at 6 stars and level 70. And plus 5, so she is maxed out. The only thing else I can do with her is awaken her, and I am approximately 200 and some change soul stones away from being able to do that. So that'll take me probably another week or so of being able to grind out those soul stones from the Singing Forest to make that happen. So anyhow, but that's pretty much this this video. Again, I wanted to touch base on the fact that people are talking, and this is a great sign that a developer is actually listening and paying attention and responding to us. So I think that's the biggest takeaway with this. Despite the fact they've got a lot of work to do, I believe, on how much they charge for the gems, how much they charge for the conversion from gems to energy and so forth. And don't really have a problem with the gears, but again, those are a little tight too. Lighten up, guys. Com2Us, just don't be a little less stingy. I think you'll actually make more money for it in the long run because it's a lot more palatable to spend $1, $2, $5, or $10 on packs of gems if you're getting a lot more gems for those packs. So, even though it may seem less in between each, you're going to get more people that probably will just say, well, I'm just not going to buy a pack at all. Will actually go say, oh, it's only $1. I'll buy it. Boom. You just made $1 you wouldn't have made otherwise. So keep that in mind. We'll talk to you later. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in the next. This is Brylander with PortalPowerTV signing off. Take care, and God bless.